no matter where it is in life that you may be, right? Let's just say you're at the bottom where you're basically not even really breaking even. You're still operating at a deficit, you're paycheck to paycheck, whatever the case is, right? You recognize a change has to happen. But in order for that change to happen, have to have that mindset shift. But if you're constantly negative, what's ever going to change? You're going to be in this same circle from whether it's 18 to 25 to 32 to 47 to 58. And you're going to, as you continue to get older and older, when you get more set in your ways, you're not going to be somebody who's going to be willing to take a risk to go and change things. You're not going to get around a different sort of people and expose yourself. You're just going to say, well, this is my life. I'm going to be a hater for the rest of my life. And if you have offsprings, you're going to project that onto them. And now all of a sudden, your children are going to be raised in a
generational curse
where you absolutely hate naturally.
It's a generational curse.
And you create the same generational curses that you said you was a victim of, but you don't recognize you have the power to change it if you just change the fucking mindset. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, bro. It's so frustrating. And these people, like, no matter how hard you drill it into their head, because I'll share it with everyone. I'm super transparent. I talk to everyone about everything. I want people to know that we live in a world of abundance, because people that are broke, they think it's scarce. They think, oh, if he's getting it, I'm not getting none.
Right.
You know, if
we literally can win together.
If he's getting it, I'm not getting none. But that's not true. Everybody wins.
Right.
Right? A great example, if you're gonna look at a resource like food, people assume, oh, there's only a certain amount of food. It's not true, because technology comes out and now there's more food. There's food for everyone. Now it's abundant. We don't give a fuck about food no more. People were talking about, like, well, because of capitalism, and this is not political. We're not gonna get political here, but people said, because of capitalism, there's always gonna be a winner and a loser. I'm like, because of capitalism, nobody fucking starves to death in America.
Right.
There are people starving to death in other countries that don't have capitalism, but I know for a fact in America, you don't see people fucking just dying of starvation. Because capitalism exists, because even the poorest of the poor, the very bottom in America, people are not dying of starvation.
Yeah, there's shelters.
People have access to clean water, shelters. They're not fucking dying.
And I promise you, somebody will be in the comment section still, but there's an exception to the rule. I know a guy who was in Detroit. They were by the water, and then they died because nobody gave them any food. Just because you have somebody doesn't necessarily make that the rule. Like, of course, there's exceptions to every single rule.
And I'm not saying America's perfect. I'm saying the lowest here still far better than the lowest in other countries.
Yeah, because in life, truly, there's winners, there's losers across the board.
And what's frustrating too is a lot of people, I guess we're gonna go there. It's a political episode.
Yep.
I'm about to rant. People talk about the flaws of America. They say, oh, but look at Europe. Look at these countries that have universal health care, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, because they don't have to worry about, like, protecting their people. They don't have to worry about a military. You know why? Because they got fucking America. We're the big bouncer for the entire world, right? You have other countries that they have health care and they're not worried about getting invaded. I'm like, yeah, because fucking the second someone invades them, we back them up. You know, it's like having a big brother. You're not gonna get big and strong and buff if you got a big security guard with you or a big brother with you all the time. You know?
It's a fair assessment.
You have less incentive to do that.
Because for me, the way I look at it is whenever somebody says, all right, you know, it's better at a different location, go live there. Try to live, even, you don't have to go live there permanently, but go 6 months, year, experience what life is like there, then you can truly compare and contrast. Because you can always hate from inside the club, but then go outside, go to somewhere different, experience their culture, experience, you know, working there, living there, communicating there, networking there, and then ultimately at that point you truly can have perspective. Because there's a lot of people who you're in the country, so you hate all day, but then you've never been outside.
Well, no. So here's an example of this, right? I think other countries are great for lazier people. If you're someone that's lazier, and it's hard to become a citizen of these other countries, so it's hard to live in these other countries, but lazier people will do great in other countries. Because it's like other countries take care of you. Ambitious, smart, hardworking people, diligent people, they love it here in America. Because here, this is the land of opportunity. Yeah. My friend that just walked in, I don't know, we probably got him on camera. He just walked in, he's from Germany. But he loves it here in America because he's like, I could order anything, it's at my door. Next step, he works 8 hours a day, he can make a bunch of money here. He loves it here, right? His place, he said, oh, well, I hate, like, if I strain my knee here, I can't go to the hospital.
Right.
I have to go back to Europe and go to the hospital. So that's one thing he doesn't like. But as far as making money, opportunity, he's here. So the people that want to win, this is the place to win.
Yeah.
Other countries, I get it. Like, people want to go there, but this is not for you. This is not the content for you, I guess. Like, this is not your content. Because I'm big on just like being excellent at everything.
Right. Because you want to find a place to win. It's just something about mediocrity. And
how would you feel if you got to 1 million YouTube subscribers and like, cool, you made 1 million YouTube subscribers. We're gonna give 100,000 subscribers to Renee. We're gonna give 100,000 subscribers to David. They're trying, but they didn't get their 1 million subscribers. How would that make you feel?
Oh, dude, I'd be livid. Because
like, I had
to do all this work to get to this point, and then you just see it handed to somebody else. Oh, dude, that drives me up a wall. Now, granted, it's not gonna be something that's constantly on my mind. In the moment, I'll be like, okay, I'm pissed, but immediately I have to get back to work.
But what happens though? I feel like it de-incentivizes you.
Right.
Because now you're like, if I get 2 million,
matter no more.
If I do 2 million, you're just gonna give more followers to these people?
Correct. It's like the people who buy followers online, because although if you buy the followers, the appearance of it all works depending on whatever business metric that you have, because you could have an empty account to where it's just like the numbers that's there, but because it appears that you have the authority, it works for the business model. So I get that point. But if you were somebody who wanted to have the authenticity that was behind it, it's not the same as somebody who went and you grew it organically. But naturally across the board, it's like that in every metric of life. There's going to be points in life or different sort of things to where certain things fit there, and then other places they won't fit. But the people, a lot of times, and this is very common amongst losers, right?
Say it again.
Losers. It's very common amongst losers where you want everything to be perfect. But the funniest thing about those people who want everything to be perfect as an excuse as to why they won't try or take a risk or whatever, they're not even perfect in their own life. You're a perfectionist, but you don't strive for perfection in your own life. That's the craziest thing to me. You'll be in a comment section and say, oh, well, but what if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? Your entire life, things have been going wrong. You're not even willing to try. How are you going to sit on the sideline and complain about the people who are on the field? You never once tried to get on the field. It's crazy to me.
It's like when people criticize athletes too. I feel like it's the same thing. People will criticize athletes and they'll be like, oh, well, his jumper is broken. I'm like, bro, his jumper is better than yours. It's 10 times better than yours. And I get it. Like you could say someone's trash comparatively. So you'd be like, it's trash compared to this person. But you can never be like, I'm better. I don't like that like mentality.
It's weird.
It's annoying. Yeah, it's weird.